Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video to tell you all a little bit about myself. I realized, or actually it was brought to my attention, that I do not have a video telling you anything about myself, not even my name. So that's what I'm going to do today. I actually already filmed this and completely forgot about it, completely forgot to edit it, and I guess I deleted it because it's gone. But here I am, so let's just make it more fun today. So I'll just start off by saying that my name is Marina. I am 24 years old and I live in Indiana. I have never had anything interesting happen to me living here. I would love to move, it would be great. So I have a list of questions here that people on Facebook asked me for this video, so let's just get right into it. The first question is, do I have any tattoos? And yes, I do. I have 4 tattoos. And I guess I can tell you a little bit about them. My first tattoo ever was this one right here. And it's, if you can see, a heart and a peace sign. And my friend tricked me into getting that one. My best friend in the whole wide world. She's been my best friend since birth, literally. So basically the story goes, she was in Missouri where her husband was stationed because he was in the Army. And she needed a ride home back to here. So my boyfriend at the time and I drove up there to get her. And we decided to stay a night up there. And we were going to go to Six Flags the next day and all this fun stuff. I woke up the next morning and she said, "Oh, let's go get tattoos instead." And I was like, I was really scared because I'd never had one. I'm scared to death of needles. And I thought it was going to be awful. But I was like, okay. So we just got on Google and we found this little design that we liked. And we went into one tattoo parlor. And the person in line before us was complaining about this really nasty staph infection that he had gotten from that tattoo parlor. So we decided to leave and go to a different one. So we get to this other tattoo shop, and of course I have to go first. And the design that we saw online wasn't like this. It wasn't 3D like this is. But that's what he drew up and we liked it, and I got it on my forearm and she got it on the side of her leg. Yeah, we got different colors. Mine is the red, yellow, and green Rasta colors because I was a great big stoner back then. And hers is blue and purple. But the design is the exact same. We decided to get matching tattoos because whether we like it or not, we're pretty much stuck with each other until we die. The next tattoo that I got is on my stomach, and trust me, you don't want to see that. It's just kind of like an angled shape of stars, and there's a big one and it has zebra print, and then there's little ones that go down and it goes around my hip. It looks awful. I got it done in someone's house. It was a terrible decision. I regret it so much, and I'm gonna get it covered up one day. My next tattoo is, I'll just show you this one. It's right here. I'm very short, so I apologize. And it's a Batman symbol, and it's right on bone, and it was awful. It hurt so bad, oh my gosh. But it was worth it. I think it looks really cool. And the last tattoo that I have gotten is on this forearm, and it is R2-D2. And it says, "You're my only hope," if you can see. Yes, and this one took about 5 hours, and I think I paid almost $300 for it, if not $300. So, but I think it's done really well. It probably needs to be touched up, but other than that, I think it's okay, and I really like this one. I love R2-D2. I'm gonna have to show you guys my R2-D2 collection one day. I have so much R2-D2 stuff. I will buy anything with him on it. I have salt and pepper shakers. I have a bathing suit. I have piggy banks. I have a Bop It, the little game Bop It that's shaped like him. Oh my gosh, I have so much R2-D2 stuff. I have a problem. My next question is, how many piercings do I have? And the answer to that can either be 1 or 2. Because all I have are these. They're called spider bites. And it's technically 2 piercings. It's 2 holes, but I guess it would be considered 1 piercing since it is spider bites. But that's all that I have piercing wise. The next question is, who do I watch on YouTube? So I think I watch pretty much the same people that everyone else watches. I watch Shane Dawson, I watch Joey Graceffa, I watch Jeffree Star a lot. I really like his makeup. I'm so excited. I'm going to be getting a lot of his makeup for Christmas. I'm so excited. I watch Loie Lane. I watch Taylor Skeens. Oh, there's a lot of them. I'll have to do a video one day showing you everybody that I watch because it's a lot. The next question is, am I married? No, I am not married. I have never been married. Will I ever be married? I don't know. Probably not because of this stuff right here. You see how I am. This is how I am in real life. No one would marry this. No one. Next question, do I drink alcohol? Very, very rarely. Very, very rarely. My whole thing with alcohol is I just don't think it's worth the awful hangover that I have the next day. When I do drink, which is probably like once every 6 months or something, I do like to drink whiskey. That's my favorite. I'm not a fan of mixed drinks really because I've noticed that with mixed drinks, they just really make my head hurt. I don't know what it is, but they make me feel awful. Next question is favorite drink. So this is hard for me to explain because I bounce around between so many different sodas. It is unreal. I used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew, a lot. Like that was the only thing that I would drink. And then it started to just destroy my teeth. And I went to the dentist and I found out that Mountain Dew has a chemical in it that no other soda has, and it just eats the enamel off your teeth like crazy. So that's why my teeth look like they do right now. It's all thanks to Mountain Dew. Not on meth, never smoked meth, never even seen meth ever. The extent of my meth knowledge is Breaking Bad. That's it. All Mountain Dew mouth. But now I've kind of switched over to Coke and Pepsi. I go back and forth because I like the taste of Pepsi better, but Coke stays carbonated longer. So it's a battle between those two. Next question is favorite food. Oh, that's so tough. Okay, so I really, really like tacos, and I really, really like ice cream. So it depends on if you're asking about like sweet foods, desserts, or if you're talking about like actual meals. There's not much food that I don't like. I don't like fish though, I'll tell you that. I do not like fish at all, pretty much any kind. I do like crab and lobster and shrimp and stuff like that, but the smell of fish just makes me sick. I can't stand it. I'm not a fan of fish. But the question is favorite food, not what foods do you hate, Marina. So I guess I would have to say my favorite foods are a tie between tacos and pizza because they are the best thing ever. Favorite color. My favorite color in the world is kind of like a pale lime green. Green has been my favorite color forever, except for when I was really little. I really liked blue. Blue was my favorite color in the whole world. But now and pretty much ever since then, it's been green, a lime green. Sometimes it's neon green or just like a pale lime green. Next question is, have I ever broken a bone? No, I have not. I have never broken a bone. I've never fractured anything. I have never hurt myself in any way like that. Next question is, who is my favorite band / music? So my favorite band since I was about 12 years old is Green Day. I just got to go see them in August, and I was so excited. I'm so short. I'm 4 foot 11 inches, so I can't see anything no matter what. I mean, the seats were angled, but I still could not see. I wasn't in the very back. I was in like the middle, and I still could not see. So I had to literally hold my phone above my head the whole time and watch the concert through my phone. But it was still amazing. I love them so much. I was so excited to see them. My little sister came with me, and ever since she was little, she has loved them too. I guess just because I always listen to them. The next question is, do I believe in ghosts? And the answer to that is absolutely. I absolutely believe in ghosts. I have not had very many paranormal experiences. I've had a few. If anybody wants to see those, I'd be glad to do a video about it. But I definitely believe that they do. I have heard stories, and anybody can make that stuff up. But I've been told stories by people that I know were not lying. I've always believed in ghosts. For my whole life, I've always believed in them. Next question is, when did I get my first kiss? This is kind of a funny subject. I got my first kiss on my 13th birthday. I had a little birthday party at home, and we lived in a little, it was a 3-bedroom apartment, but it was really small, and I had like a ton of people over, and my boyfriend came, and we had been together for years. I was in middle school, so we had been together pretty much all throughout middle school. He was the only boyfriend I had in middle school. It was the end of the night, and we were all sitting down in my room watching a movie, and he whispered into my ear, he was like, "Marina, can I have a kiss?" And I was like, oh gosh, and I was so scared, and then he kissed me, and it was the most awful experience of my life. This kid stuck his tongue all the way down my throat, all the way just everywhere. It was awful. Oh gosh, he did end up getting better at it, thank God for him, a little bit, but the first one was awful. Next question is, do I have any hobbies? Well, of course I do. Not many, but okay, so let's see. I play video games a lot. I have a PS4. My gamer tag on PS4, well, gamer tag's actually an Xbox word, but my PlayStation Network ID is Smexy Penguin, the same way that it is in my YouTube name. So if you want to add me and play games with me, go right ahead. I also write. I used to write stories and poems, and I'm still trying to. Everyone that reads them says that I'm good at it, but I don't believe them at all. The only way that I can write is if I tell myself a million times, no one's going to see this unless you want them to. This is just for you to have fun. No one has to see it. You're not going to be judged. It's okay. But the stuff that I have shown people, they have said that they liked it and they said it was really good, but I just have a really hard time believing that. I'm trying to learn how to do makeup, and I'm not doing very well, as you can probably tell. Next question is, do I have a favorite Pokemon? I absolutely adore Pokemon. I remember being a kid and going into the store when the Game Boy Color came out, and I picked out the teal one, and I got Pokemon Red version, and I was so excited. I still play it to this day. I love it, and the reason that I got Red version was because Charizard is and was and always will be my favorite Pokemon. I don't know why. I have no reason. I guess I just always thought that he looked really cool. I've always been kind of like a tomboy. So Charizard being this big, scary, fire-breathing dragon looking thing versus like Eevee, a little cute fox girly thing. I always preferred the big scary ones versus the little cutesy ones. Next question is, do I have a favorite movie? And yes, I do. Well, not one, I guess I should say. My favorite movies are the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. The original ones, I absolutely adore them. Freddy Krueger is amazing. My best friend likes Jason Voorhees, that's her thing, and she's scared to death of Freddy. And I'm not scared to death of Jason, but he does freak me out a little bit. But I absolutely adore Freddy and all of those movies. Wes Craven, in general, he's amazing. Rest in peace to him. He was amazing. I loved pretty much every movie that I've seen of his that he's done. Oh my gosh, I loved him. I love the Freddy movies. I love the Chucky movies. So I do like horror movies, but the newer ones I'm not as fond of. I like the classics, the originals, when it comes to horror movies. Next question is, do I have a favorite urban legend? And I do. Slender Man is my favorite urban legend because out of all of them that I've heard about, he is the only one that actually really freaked me out. I started to, do research on him and figure out like how he was created and where he came from, all that stuff, and I really like the story that comes along with him. I think the stuff that he's supposed to do is very interesting, and he just looks so creepy. That tall, skinny, long arms, long legs, no face, like he just looks really cool. I really like him. Next question is, where did I come up with the name Smexy Penguin? And I don't think this answer is going to be as satisfying as most people would hope it would be. Smexy Penguin was something that I thought of when I got my first Xbox. For a long time, I only had like a PlayStation 1. It was like I got every game system like 1 to 2 years late, if that makes sense. And I was perfectly fine with what I had. I was perfectly happy with my PlayStation 1 while everybody had a PlayStation 2, and I was fine with my PlayStation 2 when everyone else had Xboxes and stuff like that. But whenever I got my first Xbox, it was a 360, I was trying to think of a gamer tag, and penguins are my favorite animal in the whole wide world. I hope I did not just ruin another question, but I absolutely adore penguins. I think they're so cute, and they're fat, and they're all clumsy on land and stuff, and then when they get in the water, they're all graceful and pretty, and I love them. I definitely wanted penguin to be in my gamer tag. And I was just trying to think of adjectives that could go in front of penguin. So I was thinking of all kinds of different words. Sexy penguin just, it feels wrong. So I just stuck an M in there and Smexy Penguin. And that is what I have used as my PlayStation ID, my gamer tag for Xbox, pretty much anything that I need to sign up for and have a name like that, a username, I will use Smexy Penguin. I always have ever since then. The next question is, do I read? Just like drinking, very, very rarely. I have come across some books that I really like. James Patterson, I really like his books. But for some reason, whenever I try to read, this is how it goes. Okay, I'll be holding the book and I'll be reading in my head, and I will just all of a sudden like come out of this daze that I did not even realize that I was in, and realize that I am like 2 or 3 pages ahead of the last thing I remember. So when I do read, I have to just keep making sure that I remember everything that I'm reading. So I'll like read a page and I'll go back and pick random spots in the page and be like, okay, do you remember this? Do you remember this? Do you remember this? I don't know why that is, but if I'm not reading something that I find really interesting, then that will happen. Next question is, what is my natural hair color? And you see it. I used to dye my hair, well, it was black once, so that was a mistake. Oh gosh, we tried to get that stuff out, and I swear I walked out of the salon. They sent me out there like this. My hair was orange, orange, just like that. And they sent me out smiling and giggling like everything was perfectly fine. These crazy people. And my poor aunt spent hundreds of dollars, and we spent hours and hours, like upwards 8 hours in there trying to get my hair fixed, and it just did not turn out well. So pretty much ever since then, I'll dye it like different color browns and stuff like that. I just haven't for a long time. If I was to dye it right now, then I would probably just dye the underneath black, because that's what I used to do, and I think it looks good. I'm very, very behind with fashion statements and stuff like that. I just kind of do my own thing. And, I wear what I'm comfortable in. I will dress up, if I go out or something like that. But I like to be comfortable, and I like to wear and do things that I like to my body. Next question is, what is my eye color? And that's a hard question to answer for you too. On my birth certificate it says blue, but if you look at them, if you can see, they're kind of greenish. I don't know, maybe gray. I don't know. So you decide. What color are my eyes, people? The next question is, do I do any sports? And right now, absolutely not. I'm too old and lazy for that. But as a child from the ages of about under the age of 10, I know that, up until I turned 18, off and on, I did competitive cheerleading. And that's a little bit different than regular cheerleading. It's not like, you know, you're at a football game and there's cheerleaders. I did the bring it on cheerleading, the competitive cheerleading. My little sister does too, and I think this is her last season that she'll be able to do it, because then she'll be turning 18. But she's a lot better than I ever was, I can assure you of that. Next question is, have I ever been to jail? No, seriously, yes, I have been to jail before. I don't really want to go into all the details why. Basically, as best and as vague as I can describe it, I was in a vehicle with someone who had drugs on them, and I did not know the drugs were there. Swear, Scout's honor, I did not know that the drugs were there. At first, he told the police, no, she didn't know anything about this, da da da. As soon as he realized that he was going to jail, he was like, oh no, she knew it was there the whole time. And they ended up taking me to jail too. That's awful. Why would you do that to someone? Why? Why, sir? Why? Last question is, what am I going to be for Halloween? And I don't know. The last year that I dressed up, I was Batman, but kind of slutty Batman, because it was like a corset. I didn't make the costume myself, but I kind of built it myself, because I went to a bunch of different stores and found a bunch of different accessories, and I found the top in one place and I found a skirt in another place, and it was really cute. If I have a picture, I'll insert it here. Yeah, so that was the last time that I dressed up for Halloween. So this year, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be. But as soon as I find out, I will let you know. And I will make sure that you get a whole video of me explaining my costume and why I'm going to be that person and all of that stuff. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. If you haven't already and you would like to, go ahead and hit subscribe and be my friend. I'm lonely. And also, I just wanted to take a second to say two things. First, I just wanted to say rest in peace to Mr. Hugh Hefner. I don't know what it is, but that guy is always just, I've had a soft spot for him. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because he was, you know, so much older and just little and cute, or, you know, just this huge empire that he created. It's very inspirational. But I wanted to say rest in peace to him. Also, I wanted to say rest in peace to everyone who was involved with the Las Vegas shooting last night at the Jason Aldean concert. When I woke up this morning and heard about this, I was so upset. I was so sad, and I was so mad at the same time, because you guys have no idea. Well, I'm sure you do, actually. I am so sick and tired of waking up and hearing about this many people died because one person has freaking issues. We all have issues. I don't know what his reason was. They haven't said what his reason was yet, and I don't know if we'll ever know. But it makes me sick. I was literally sick when I heard about this. And I was just so mad, and it's awful, and I feel so bad for all of the families, and all of the people that were injured. You know, they went to this concert, and some of them could have been like me at the Green Day concert. They've loved this guy all their life, and they've always listened to his music, and they finally get to go see him for the first and maybe only time. And then this happens. I'm livid about this. I really am. It just makes me sick. It almost makes me ashamed to be a part of this country where there's just people that can just go somewhere with 10 rifles and just start shooting a bunch of people at a concert, having fun just because. Like, and no matter what his reason is, it's not good enough. It's absolutely not. That guy, oh man. I need to stop before I go on with this all day, because I assure you I can. I am still so upset about this. So I just wanted to have a moment of silence for those people, if we can, please. Okay, thank you. So that's all I've got for this video, and I should be putting up another one tomorrow, if not tomorrow or the next day. So thank you so much again for watching. This is so exciting, and it doesn't matter if I get 1 view or if I get 50,000. I am still so excited to be here. This is a great thing that I've been waiting to do for so long, and I'm so glad that I finally sucked it up and got the courage to do it. So thank you so much for being here with me while I experience this, because I am having the time of my life doing this. I love it. I love editing. I love putting these videos up, and I love just seeing what people text me and have to say about it. It's very exciting. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you. Bye.